Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a G-New Tier 5 Japanese medium tank. It's located on the eastbourne of Sand River and it's under the command of Fluffylilkitten of REBRN, and he's in platoon with Zoe Balls in the T67 and D-Tronics UK in the 105 FH18B2 there to his left. Game started. Well, Fluffylilkitten's in a tank with a 75mm gun. It's, if I get the right screen, yep, it's capable of doing 125 alpha, penetrating 124mm of armour with standard ammo, and that goes up to 155 with the premium rounds. And he's loaded plenty of each. Now, it's not a particularly fast tank compared to some of the other ones in the game, but it is actually quite a decent little tank with a good gun. And the alpha damage of this gun is actually slightly higher than you get off some of the other 75mm arm guns, which will actually do 115 alphas. So you're getting more damage per shot from a G-New than you are from, say, a Panther or a Poodle or something like that. Okay, well, making his way up towards the pass in the northeast corner of the map. Can see that Zoe and D-Tronics are actually down towards the south end of the map, and Fluffy's decided he's going to go up here and fight in the pass and see if he can come down on the enemy side of the map. The Cromwell's got a long way ahead, but he does tell us that there's no enemy tanks in front of us at the moment, so Fluffy can just drive straight towards the enemy. Instead, he's actually decided to pop up here with no enemy in sight, and well, that means he's going to have to go the long way around, going around the northeast corner. Could have driven just straight across, but nope, he didn't decide to do that. Okay, the enemy tanks are now in sight, and there's a Bishop in the riverbed, and the Cromwell's found him and he's going straight for the kill. Fluffy, on the mean hand, meanwhile is still being cautious about how he's approaching this, always going from one bit of cover to another. There's normally tank destroyers arranged around the enemy cap on that hill, and I suspect that the Cromwell didn't find any because there weren't any there. They've all repositioned to the south of the map. And Fluffy is now going up onto this dune to see what he can see, and there's a KV-1 off there. He might be able to get a shot at him. Yes, he can. In fact, the KV-1 goes out of sight and that shot misses altogether. He fires another one in blind and he kills the KV-1 with that shot. Well, the first shot didn't hit the target, but that one definitely did. And we found some of the defenders at the enemy cap now. It looks like they've returned to try and defend their cap. So Panther Mark 4H, and they found the enemy Fifi. There's also a, there he is, it's a Sherman Jumbo, and he's actually got him by the ass, so he can actually shoot these shells directly in because the Sherman Jumbo's heavily armed at the front, not at the rear, and the 75mm rounds will go straight through that armour, but I don't think that one hit the Sherman Jumbo. Okay, he's gone. Okay, and another one's turned up. It's a Poodle. But we lose sight of him because we need somebody proxy spotting. In fact, he's just at the edge of range. In fact, he's just outside draw range. There's another Sherman Jumbo up there. He needs to get closer if he's going to get sight of these enemies and be able to shoot at them. And he's getting much closer. You can see that the enemy tanks deployed to the south edge of the map, and that was a bit of their undoing. But he's been spotted, and that Poodle, yeah, fires at him. Sees him as a threat. Poodle's given up on him because there's a Wolverine directly ahead, and that's allowing Fluffy to get a shot in. He needs to lead the target, but he does get the kill on the Poodle. You need to lead the target when you're aiming at them so that they just drive straight into the shell rather than actually aiming directly at them or where they have been. Yeah, you see it's lagging a bit there. He does get a shot into the T67. There's a Valiant up there that can see him. It's right up on top of that ridge line there on the dune. The T67's gone. Now he has got some gun depression on this Chi-Nu, and he's getting closer and closer. Oh, there's a 25 TP with an auto cannon there, and he fires one in, but he goes for the kill. Yep, got it. I think he must have done sufficient damage with the first shot to actually immobilize that 25 TP, and that's how he was able to get the second one in. Where he's coming directly onto that Valiant and the T1 Heavy. And the Valiant, well, is looking the wrong way. He pumps one into the side, but now the Valiant knows he's here. But he's still getting the side of this guy. Now he's got behind him. And he's just going to perforate the rear of this vehicle. And that was an enemy RT shot. And he kills the Valiant. And we're almost about to cap out. Oh dear, that was a bit of a disappointment, but it was actually 15 kills. They did kill everyone. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats, and we'll see how well he did. Well, it was an ace tank of a fluffy little kitten in the Type 3 Chi-Nu. In fact, it's the first ace tanker he's had in this vehicle. He also managed to get a 5 for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills, he got 4 exactly, and he got a master gunner for getting 5 armor penetrating shots in a row, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and also a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one he managed to get 6. And his win rate for the battle was 6,280, so being cautious actually did play into Fluffy's hands, but he didn't get as many kills, I suppose, as he would have liked. I think he probably would have liked a lot more than just the 4 that he did get in the end, but well, you know, things like that happen. Let's have a look at the team score. When he didn't get the highest damage in the game, no, that went to the T3485M, who got 1,426 hit points of damage, but Fluffy managed to get 1,355, and the next high scorer was the KV1 with 1,280. One tank on the enemy team managed to get over 1,000 XP, and that was their T3485M with 1,072 hit points of damage. And we can see that D-Tronics and Zoe Balls, they were a little further down the table. Both survived the battle. D-Tronics with 451 hit points and 1 kill, Zoe with 363 hit points, no kills. When it came to kills, it was Fluffy who did the best with 4 kills in this game. He got a nice lucky kill on that KV1 because he couldn't see him at the time, but he was firing in the general direction and the rear end of that KV1 was still sticking out, and the round went into him and killed him through the engine bay. 3 shots 3 kills by the KV1 on his team, 2 kills by the Wolverine on his team, and also by the T1 Heavy on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, it was Fluffy again with 887 base, 710 goes to the Cromwell, who also picked up a scout medal, and 701 to the KV1. And we can see that further down the table, D-Tronics managed 478 base XP, and Zoe Balls managed 361. Fluffy fired 20 rounds, got 14 direct hits, 13 penetrations, damage of 1,365 hit points, of which 359 were at more than 300 meters. 6 hits received, 5 penetrations, 1 non-penetration. The armor on the Chi-Nu is not very heavy, it's very light actually. Ideally, you just don't want the enemy to shoot at you. And it was unfortunate that he did get that 25 TP behind him and popped around the corner and pumped those automatic shells right into his rear, which of course is the weakest armor, and of course they all penetrated. So yes, he did lose some hit points to that guy, but then he saw him off with 2 shots afterwards. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, and 1,026 hit points of spotting assist in that game. On a premium account, he earned 34,236 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 25,530 credits profit. 1,330 XP, 5,324 for completing the mission events, and took away 6,654 experience points altogether. So, not a bad game by Fluffy, a bit conservative though. I think he would have ended up with a top gun or even a high caliber if he'd actually pushed a little bit faster. But I think he was being cautious really more than anything. He didn't want to get too close to the enemy. If you remember, initially the Cromwell went in right deep and didn't spot any enemy except a bishop close to their cab. And I think that guy probably overextended himself because, yes, he did end up getting killed. But he got a scout medal out of it because he did spot a lot of the enemy. Actually, that shouldn't have happened, but I think it's actually, yes, that's better. He actually spotted 9 enemy tanks in his progress during that battle, but of course he did get killed in the process. But there again, you know, it's all horses for courses. It's what you intended to do. This guy did go in, he found the enemy for his team. He let the rest of his team know they could move up on the enemy cap because all the enemy had actually gone south. And then the enemy was panicking, trying to get back to their cap in time to save it. And of course that led to all the kills which Fluffy was able to get, because those guys were trying to come back to their cap. And 3 of the tanks he killed, well, basically they were just trying to stop his team from going in. The 25 TP popped up behind him, the Valiant, and of course that Poodle. So let's have a look at detail. I think we did go through this, didn't we? Yes, I'm sure we did. But anyway, 20 shots fired, 14 direct hits, 13 penetrations, damage of 1,335 hit points, of which 659 were at more than 300 meters, 6 shots received. Yes, we have done this before. I'm rather forgetful. This is one of the last ones I did on this recording. And yeah, so failed to actually remember that he had actually been through this before. The KV-1, yes, he only got 1 shot on the guy, but it was on target right into the engine bay, 109, and that shot took the guy out. So very good shot on that. So well done, Fluffy, but you're still a noob, and that's an in-joke actually, because yes, he was calling D-Tronics a noob and we were calling him a noob. And yes, so it's an in-joke from when we're streaming together on Twitch TV. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.